It's JoJo Friday, boys. Once again. Oh, it still feels good saying those words. Oh, we're still good to go. We're still good to go as well. We're good to go. So yes, I have returned to actually cover the next episode of JoJo Part 5, Golden Wind. Woohoo! It's a blessed day today, boys. It's a blessed day. It's a blessed day to be a JoJo fan because it's just 2 weeks on a trot. I'm still not living in the freaking dream that we have JoJo Part 5. It's the reality, boys. It's the reality of the fact we actually have JoJo Part 5. So yes, my God, was episode 1 just freaking brilliant. Beautiful. Honestly, say it's beautiful. We got a quintessential, well, one of the quintessential moments of Part 5. Animate. I was like, oh. It's happening. It's happening today. It's happening. So, I mean, we will get more happenings in a minute because we got Bruno now. We got Bruno. The Bruno boy is here. Bruno boy is here. Which makes me happy because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Can't wait to see what happens there. Can't wait to actually see what they call his stand. It's one of the more interesting things about the whole entire episode is what Crunchyroll actually calls sticky fingers. Because I believe they can't use the word sticky fingers because I believe, isn't it I can't remember the band's name now. I listened to the album recently as well. It's a problem. Oh God, who is it? It's Rolling Stones, I believe, isn't it? Rolling Stones is the album for Sticky Fingers. I will actually go and check before I start, just in case it actually bugs me for the whole entire stream. Sticky Fingers album. I was right. It is Rolling Stones. I thought so. I was like, I couldn't remember if it was the Stones or not. It's one of those ones that always bugged me. So I always want to say Aerosmith, but no, it's Rolling Stones, because my brain just kind of has a really weird time remembering how to actually remember bands. Anyway, it's actually put on Twitter, actually gone live. So let's get out of that tab. Let's put in this tab. Let's go to there. Let's go to here. And let's put on here. Gone live for JoJo Part 5, Episode 2, fams. You gotta do it in all caps because it's JoJo. It's JoJo. You gotta do it in all caps. Nothing else but the caps for JoJo. Nothing else but the caps for JoJo. Right, anyway, let's actually put this into full screen. Let's actually get the show on the road. So in 3, 2, 1, let's actually start this thing absolutely now. Oh, we're starting the OP. We're starting the OP. Oh. Oh. The beautiful boy is back! Oh my God. Oh! Oh my God, this is... What the hell? What the absolute hell is actually amazing. Cody, you saved my life! Coda, my boy! Holy crap! I thought to myself, catharsis will not get dethroned because catharsis is catharsis, but Jesus! They blew out of the water. Blew out of the water, I say. Oh. What a bop. What a banger. Absolute banger. This is hurting my heart. This is hurting my heart. I always remembered how great JoJo actually is at incorporating people's pasts into the actual crucial moments. This is also very interesting to actually see where it's very interesting to see where John actually learns his traits from, really. Oh! 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 Yes, boy! And also get the lick again. We got to lick again, boys! Ah! Oh, there we go, boys. Two times. We've been spoiled by David Productions. Now, I said that during the actual OP. The fact is, I thought Catharsis would be a really, really hard OP to beat, because Catharsis is actually amazing, but oh, But no, that catharsis has been dethroned. Catharsis has been dethroned. Woo! Oh man. Oh man, this fight. Man has just been fooled. He's been fooled. The animation in the show is brilliant. Holy crap. I will never not get tired of ever hearing him say those words. Those words ever always been said or just make me go, yes boy, yes boy. Woo! There's the pose, lads! There's the pose! Zipper Man! They actually called it Zipper Man! No freaking way! Yes! Absolute mad lads. Absolute mad lads. Yes. I'm not even mad at all. I'm so glad. I'm actually so freaking glad right now. I can't freaking believe it. They actually did that. I actually can't believe Crunchyroll actually did that. I'm actually so glad. I love how wait what that sounds in actuality, but it's JoJo's. You're like, yeah, it's fine. It's like I gave your tooth life. It's a fly. And it's like, wait, what? Oh, okay. It's the most JoJo thing ever. You can't say the opening is bad. The opening's a banger. The opening is fantastic. 10 out of 10. I've absolutely missed this part. I've so missed this part so much. Also, for reference, half shirtless Bruno. Half shirt is Bruno. I love that. It's like, you're gonna join me. It's like, oh my god, I am gonna join him. The gasp of Bruno just now was brilliant. So he's like, oh no, he knows. He said it, boys. He said it. Oh. I love that at the end, though. It's just the way he just goes, you will join me. It's like, oh my god, I will join you. Holy crap, what have you done to me? This ED's pretty good. Yeah, that's the major point of Giorno's character. The fact he's actually so completely different from the other protagonists. I guess when you think about it, he's actually kind of a mesh of all of them, plus a little bit of some of the characters as well. When you think about it, that's what I like about him. It's very I like it. It's actually really good. Oh man, it's really good. Gotta be honest, there's a lot of spoilers in the OP and ED though. That's also a major thing I've noticed. You know what? I think possibly that might actually be it. It's one of those things. I guess as time goes on, it might actually kind of fully explain itself. But yeah, that could be a logical explanation, really. No, you know to give me the freaking preview, Crunchyroll. What are you playing, fams? What are you playing? Whoa! I didn't get the preview. Didn't see who's next week. I know who's next week anyway, but still, I like to know. Okay, I like to know. Anyway, yeah. So JoJo's back, boys. That OP though, that freaking OP. Ooh, beautiful OP, beautiful OP. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, it was one of those things that I thought to myself, okay, so you had Catharsis. Catharsis was really fucking good as an opening. I mean, the anime itself is absolute garbage anyway, so Tokyo Ghoul's garbage, so it's one of those things I can never understand why the OPs are so good in that show, but the anime is so terrible. But yeah, Catharsis actually was probably the best opening of the whole entire season thus far, up to this whole entire point. But no, JoJo went, hold my beer, went, okay, Coda saved my life. Coda saved my goddamn life. Can't believe it. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but never like 100%, 1,000%, possibly even 1,000,000% goddamn beautiful levels of Coda though. I was like, this is just, my life has been complete. I mean, I don't know what else they can do at this point. But the one thing I do really like is the fact that we actually, as we actually kind of established the fact that we've got a different protagonist in its entirety, really. Let's face it, we have someone who's not the conventional kind of protagonist for a JoJo part. He's someone who's got a goal in mind, a goal that's very much different to what you've seen beforehand, because sometimes it's the goal of taking down someone, but this one's actually kind of overtaking something. I actually kind of like that whole entire aspect of this whole entire part, really, because it's actually kind of a lot more riding upon the whole entire thing. It's not just the fact that, yes, you've got to take down someone, no, you've got this whole entire thing of he wants to overtake something as well, which actually is kind of cool. It's just really freaking cool. It's an interesting kind of dynamic to actually kind of have in a part that's actually kind of very different from the previous parts. It makes me kind of makes you kind of appreciate the whole entire thing a lot more, really, when you think about it. The part itself is kind of a lot, it gets heavily criticized a lot, but it's actually one of the best parts because of how different it is compared to the rest of them. I really do like it because of it. You'll see as time goes on how very different this part actually is. I mean, the dynamic the characters share in this part is really just kind of really nice. The characters also very different to what you actually seen beforehand. John, or as time goes on, the way he develops is freaking fantastic. I mean, this is one of those characters that he's come from a difficult upbringing, but he actually uses that for a kind of springboard to actually kind of improve himself, because let's face it, he actually has a lot going for him in the sense of being this kind of the best protagonist in JoJo so far. And I actually do in theory actually kind of agree that he's possibly is the best JoJo, besides possibly Johnny from part 7, and also probably Jolene as well. It's really hard to actually pinpoint the best one. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I can't really talk about just yet, because I have to talk about it right at the end. Like, it's the only way I actually talk about at this point. It's one of the things that actually kind of sucks about is the fact that I actually have to wait until the end to actually speak about the whole entire thing. But yeah, I mean, it's still a brilliant episode anyway, because I like the fact that a lot of it still feels like JoJo. It's one of those things that, yeah, it feels very different in the sense of how the plot is how the plot is paced, how the actual kind of how the scenery is used and everything like that. It's very different, but it still feels very JoJo. It still has that JoJo aesthetic in there, because let's face it, when Giorno and Bruno are fighting, every single thing that was coming out of their mouth just felt like JoJo again. That's what I actually really do like about it, because it's a departure, but it's also a celebration when you think about it, of the whole entirety of JoJo up to that whole entire point. Is that when it kind of meshes all of them together, and actually is really freaking cool, and then also kind of deviates slightly from the formula, which is one of the things I actually quite like about this part. It just deviates a lot, and it's actually kind of cool because of it. It does something different, and it works. But Jolene is fam, though. Jolene is bae and fam. That's the problem. Jolene is just fantastic. But that's the thing. It's just, I like this part a lot. I think it's one of those ones that as time goes on, people will appreciate it. Hopefully more people actually appreciate it in anime form, in a manga form. I actually kind of want that to actually happen. But yeah. I mean, one of the things this part, the episode was actually really sad, but one of the things I actually quite liked about the sad part of the whole entire episode is the fact that the use of colour was fantastic. Like, it's one of those things that I've seen it quite often this whole entire year, the use of colour palettes. But even JoJo does it to an extent that it just feels like it's just something I want to see for years. Like, it's just so freaking nice. The actual colour palette they use in that scene is very muted. It's very kind of what you would associate with that kind of feeling. And it was really well done. It actually really did add a lot of emotion to that whole entire scene. And the shot composition as well. It was just fantastic. And it really just tells you that, look, he's very different from what you actually would classify as a JoJo character, as a JoJo. When you think about it, it's one of those things that whole entire scene and the actual colour palette itself really did establish that whole entire thing. And I really did like that whole entire scene because of it. Because the fact is, it really does establish a lot about him. They didn't really expect to actually kind of see, and actually does in theory. It's just in theory actually allowed to see that he does in theory get his actual traits from something else other than what you associate a character to have it in beforehand. It's just I think Giorno's just fantastic in his own right. He's one of those characters that I just really love. I think he's a great character. I think people will love him. Hopefully they do, because he's my boy. He's my boy. Also, Bruno is my boy as well. Bruno's fantastic. But yeah, I was expecting so much kind of a pseudo spoiler in the opening and ending. I was like, ooh, Day Productions, you feisty boys, you feisty boys. And I was like, that's good. Whew. I was like, I know that, but no one else does. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of, it's really neat though. The opening was fantastic. It's one of those things that I guess it's also kind of very symbolic. The ED, it feels very much like what JoJo's kind of done, but more simplified kind of version of it, which actually doesn't really work as well. So hopefully, as time goes on, we actually might in theory get some more EDs. Hopefully, what I'm hoping for is actually might utilize more songs as time goes on, in the sense of like very crucial scenes. Like very crucial scenes, the actual ED will change to that actual kind of song. You actually got a point there. I just realised that by the end of this, yeah, there'll be 175 episodes of JoJo, and it will be kind of hard for people to get into it. But it's one of those things that I believe, much like with Gintama, it's actually kind of one of those shows. If you persevere with it, you will love it. I mean, even if you don't like an anime form, just read it. Read it. It's even better reading it. It's one of those things that in both formats, it's just fantastic. Same thing Gintama as well. Gintama has the exact same thing, that both formats works really freaking damn well. So you can either experience it in anime form or manga form. Just pick and choose, basically. It's one of those things I always say. It's one of those ones, just don't skip parts. Do not skip parts at all, because you will miss out on a lot of good stuff. It's one of those things, just don't do that. Yeah, I would say it's faster than Gintama, but Gintama has that edge that the everything leads up to a moment. So does JoJo, but Gintama has that kind of plot that people don't actually expect to actually kind of all lead to that very one moment, and it does. Which is why I love it. It's one of those things that Gintama has that thing that it kind of has a rising action for like 300 episodes, and it hits that one moment like, oh, that's what that whole entire thing led to. But yeah, I mean, don't skip. Don't skip. But I wonder how they'll adapt the next arc of JoJo, because the next arc's fantastic, and also the arc after this arc is actually even better. Even the arc after this arc is even better. It's one of those things that every single part of JoJo, every single arc in this JoJo part is fantastic. It's one of those things that each part will just get better and better and better and better. And I can't wait. I just can't wait. I'm so glad this is actually back. I'm so glad I can cry. It's one of those things that it makes me happy that people actually can experience part 5, because I experienced it last year, and it was reading it. It was just it was such a blast. It was such a blast to read. Even part 6 as well, part 7 as well, even though part 7 is just really depressing. But part 8, maybe even more so. That's the thing as well. I agree with you. JoJo, Gintama, and Golden Kamuy are those kind of things you'll never experience anywhere else. It's actually it's so true, because it's just all fantastic. But yeah, I mean, animation was fantastic as well. The animation was absolutely incredible. It's one of those things that anime did a really freaking good job of actually kind of exploring the idea of how to actually animate this show even better than beforehand. I actually can't understand how their production's actually doing it, but they're doing it. They're freaking doing it. I was like, wow. When Bruno and John were fighting, it was just exquisite. I was like, good job, fanboys. Good job, fanboys. I love you right now. We just, oh man, I actually just can't believe the bloke who directed Keijo saved anime once again. It's one of those things I will never actually get past. Like the fact the bloke who directed Keijo saved anime once again. I was like, the dude just doing it. The dude is just doing it. He's just doing it. I actually hope so, especially for the later parts. Later parts could get really freaking tense as well. Later parts of part 5 just get whoa. When it comes to like paneling, and also when it comes to animation, if it gets animated as well. Oh boy, it'd be a great one to see. Yeah, even the OST is actually really freaking good as well. I love the philosophies in this part as well. It's one of those things. The philosophies in this part is actually quite interesting, because they all technically come from a background that's actually not what you expect them to be. Because let's face it, they're a gang. It's one of those ones that a legit gang, really, not like a gang of just kind of people, but they're a gang. One of those things that's actually kind of interesting to actually see that differently from what you've seen beforehand. It's one of those things that, yeah, I would say keep up with this one. I would say keep up with JoJo in general, but yeah, this part's really freaking good. It really is what I'm trying to say. If my scattered thoughts have meant anything just right now at this very one moment, it's the fact that JoJo Part 5 is exquisite. It's one of the best parts of JoJo. Oh man, I cannot wait to see Part 7 animated at this point. Actually, I don't really want to see it animated because it's really freaking depressing, but I want to see it animated as well. I'm gonna get really depressed each week, that's the problem. Oh boy, that part's gonna kill me emotionally. I just realised that. Also, Part 6 would kill me emotionally as well, but Part 7 even more so. Oh No one's ready for part 6 and 7. No one is ready for those parts. But yeah, I mean, that is me done for today. As always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, then do leave that good old follow, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to stay there a little bit longer, then do leave that good old sub, because indeed it does help quite a bit. And if you want to stay that ever bit longer, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed on Twitter, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. As you will then know when these streams go live, and the other streams I do as well, and anything else that doesn't really happen in my life. And then also, if Twitter is not your thing, then do join my Discord server as well, because you will then know when these streams go live and other streams I do as well, and anything actually doesn't really happen. But until next time, it's some more JoJo Part 5 Golden Wind. I have been the driver, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.